Hey folks, welcome to the channel. And in today's video, this is a detailed look at my latest modular for the city. It is a combination of the Chinese family reunion restaurant and the police station, which is a now retired modular. So the police station side of the modular has been transformed into a consulate building for the city, and it is the consulate for the old Zuid-Afrikanische Republic, which is a country which no longer exists, but in my fictional Dutch city, of course it does. I will go into way more detail later on, but I'll give you a peek at the full interior, as unusually for me, I have actually done an interior for every floor in this building. The ground floor has the main passport office with the counter for visa applications and passports. The restaurant ground floor is just the entrance, but I have taken away the kitchen on the side. The next floor is the Consulate General's office, and she's got a visitor and some staff. Then the floor above is her apartment. The Chinese restaurant has this brilliant table layout which I've kept. I've only modified it slightly. And then I built a much larger custom rooftop for it, and I used parts of the rooftop from Ninjago City. And then there's kind of a third floor for the consulate, but it's really just a dormer window which I added. There's a chimney, and this grey box is maintenance access to the elevator. I did buy some cute little printed passport pieces from AliExpress. They're great. I have them dotted about the interior and in the hands of some minifigs. I also got some euros as well. It's funny, I never thought they would go together, but it just works. Of course, the original police station modular had this donut shop and newsstand next to it, but I really wanted to have it as a standalone building and not flanked either side or in a row. In the city, I needed to find a place to incorporate the Chinese restaurant, and I thought it would be cool to have it visible on three sides like a corner building, so that's how this all kind of began. Quite a nice wee place for some wontons, a table by the canal walls to enjoy your noodles. And although of course the police station modular was never intended on being a corner building, I kind of like the blocky nature of it. I added windows on the outside edge, and personally I think it looks great here. It looks realistic as well. I made the front staircase bigger, and that in turn made the base thicker, so the whole consulate building is now raised by 3 bricks. For the Chinese restaurant, I took the rooftop table from above and I popped it out front. I boxed in the end, completely changing it, putting a row of those dark green tiles across, and rebuilt the whole section at the back, so now it's almost kind of symmetrical. I really wanted to have a black sloped roof, but I couldn't quite settle on how to do it, and then I thought I'd use all the small rooftop sections that I dismantled from Ninjago City, and I also have a load of oriental fence pieces, so it was perfect in the end really for making a roof. And then I added an extra row of those red lanterns from the original set, and it turned out pretty good. Those top windows here are purely there to give it a more Dutch kind of look and more ornate and some added height, and I used a few grey spring shooters in the middle there as well. Just wanted to make it look a wee bit different. For the signage, I simply printed the coat of arms to fit a white square tile, then printed the other signs on a black background. The flags are the Transvaal Republic, Natalia, and the Orange Free State. They were all independent Boer republics. And this of course fits with my imaginary timeline. However, now I realise that the sign says embassy, which it's not, it's a consulate, so a slightly different thing, and it shouldn't be in English. I'll have to change it at some point. She's got one of those passport pieces. On the rooftop, I built this feature on here. As I said before, it's supposed to be an access for the lift or the elevator shaft. It's just something a bit quirky and different, just something it breaks up the top that's not a chimney or a flat surface. These windows are hollow inside. I added black bricks at the back so it was dark inside. I like adding sort of curved sections and those spoked curves on top. Just gives it a bit of a flow and it kind of looks ornate. And I kept the grey Minecraft head designs from the police station in this section. It still makes sense architecturally. And this rooftop comes off. It's actually quite heavy as there are a lot of bricks in this. For this rooftop, I used the wee plants from the original set. I think it's tangerines or oranges, I might be wrong. I love those lantern pieces though, it really makes the set look fantastic. I ended up using those black minifigure stands, you know, that you get in the CMFs. I've got loads of them, so an economical way to fill in this section and put tiles on it. And then on each end, I enlarged the Lego, Ninjago City rooftop bits I had. I kind of had to dust them, gosh they were dirty. And here you can see those oriental style fence pieces. I have a load of them, so it was good to use them up. And they came in handy, so looks good. And I sloped off the ends. It is empty inside. I was going to put a kitchen in here for the restaurant, but I decided not to, just using my imagination. Really just wanted to save on parts and not add any more parts to this, because I was already adding parts to the police station side. I wonder what you think of the rooftop though. I think adding an extra bit of height just really finishes off the building, and the black makes sense to me, especially as a Chinese building. I couldn't be more happy with how it looks, really think it looks nice. And down here with the wee hatch for street noodles, it's a nice wee touch. I'm probably going to put like a little takeaway cart or a bike or something there. Before I go into the interior, I'll just show you the steps here. I had to add a ton of bricks and plates to give it the height, which has made this building really heavy actually. And around the back there's some nice little steps and a planter. So let's take a look inside, and I'll take this all off. So it still makes sense down below. You come in, get greeted by the front of house staff, and this is where the till is, and then there's the staircase up. And this scene is what it's all about. The reunion set is amazing. It's one of the best Legos made, and this table scene is perfect, so I just kept everything. I did have to enclose the wall on the right, and I was able to keep the staircase entrance. I just added a few little bits and bobs here, but nothing major. So now the consulate, and this is where I really tried to add details and interesting things. And this chap here is waiting at the counter. And one of the first things to note is the clocks sticker from the Friends Hotel years ago. I also used the floor numbers from the elevator. That's what this white boxy thing is meant to be. It's meant to be an elevator. I just didn't want to waste space with a big staircase. It's very compact in here, but actually a lot bigger than the original police station. If you have it, you'll know how big I've made it. You can see I've enclosed it all as a big square rectangle. I used the floor and counter section from the brick bank here. That's what the blue and green and white pattern is. Randomly, the staff, I wanted to make a uniform, but I ended up actually just giving them all Harry Potter torsos, and it kind of looks like a uniform. They've got printed euros and passports, which of course I got from AliExpress. She's doing some paperwork on the typewriter. I used those parts from the police station, and I put a purple sofa here in the waiting room. I think that's a build from a Harry Potter set or something else. Another view here. There's a water cooler in the corner. And this chap has his US passport. He looks like he's getting ready to go on holiday. Another look at the flags, very simple. I just printed off the Google images and glued them on rather badly, but you know, it looks good from far away. Up close it's a bit I like the tan colour pieces instead of the navy blue, those flag pieces. Now the consular office, she's got a nice desk with a phone, a portrait on the wall, there's lots of letters and passports. She's also got an assistant delivering mail to her. And Alfred from Batman is visiting from Gotham City. I think that sofa is also from a Harry Potter set, I just can't remember. Or it might be from one of the Thor living room sets. Up in the apartment on the 3rd floor. And this table has some cut rock, which is meant to be diamonds. South Africa is famous for diamonds and jewels, so that's what that's all about. And there's the elevator call point sticker from the Friends set. A wee fireplace. A lovely double bed. I can't remember what set that came from. I added drawers and a little ensuite bathroom with a shower and the usual stuff. Very compact, but you know, nice. I tiled the floor dark green and tan. I kind of love that look. It's very nice. Gosh, you know what? It's quite the transformation. The more I look at it, the more I struggle to remember the police station modular, and to have a complete enclosed Chinese restaurant that fits the space is just magic. I'm trying not to congratulate myself too much, but I'm just really happy with how this turned out, and it looks really good in the city. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I hope you like it, and I think it's a cool addition. As I say, I couldn't be happier with it, so that's a great feeling. That's what it's all about, making these videos. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!